What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5 with a new car. This is a Toyota Sera, and this is one of the newest cars that they've added into this game through the new JDM car pack, and I love it. I do. It's so weird and quirky. It's just a strange little car, and I love it. I'm so happy that they've added this thing into this game. And there's so many other cars like this that I wish that Forza add into the game. Old Toyotas and Nissans and old BMWs and old Mercs and just older, quirky, weird cars. Back when manufacturers used to start to create the weirdest and strangest things and start to try to put them into cars and stuff and just make something happen. It's back when the styling department would just go nuts, going from the whole square shape of everything to now more rounded off everything, as you can see in this car. If you compare this thing to, let's say, like an early or late 80s like Corolla, for example, like it would just it just changes the way it is. And then of course the huge thing with this guy is it's crazy, but also very, very sick. Why does it do that? Please, I want to shut this. Crazy, but very, very sick butterfly doors that it has. How cool is that? This is a little car. This is a car with a little 4-cylinder. And they decided to do this to it. That's what I'm saying. Like, this thing is so jokes that they've had this car now in this game. It's just such a strange little car. And I love it. And it's not a concept car or anything. This was a car that you'd be able to see on the roads. But yeah, this thing probably has a little 1.6 liter, right? Does it? Or a little 1.3 even. Actually, I don't even remember what engines of this thing. I'll have a quick little look now. Oh, sorry, it's a 1.5 liter. So this is what? This is a... Is it a single overhead cam or is it dual overhead cam? I don't even know. It's front engine, it's front wheel drive, it makes only 100 horsepower, but it's super, super lightweight. This is like a Honda CRX type of rival, but a more weird and quirky type of rival, if that makes sense. It's just such a strange little car. I need to up my volume real quick because I was playing before and I lowered my volume, but it's so strange. And like I said, I love that they're adding stuff like this into the game. It's just look how cool it is as well. It kind of looks like you're in a convertible, but you're not really. Like, you just see above you, and it just looks so weird. Old school Toyota dials as well. It sounds like it's a single overhead cam. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's so weird. Such a weird little car. Well, in today's video, I'm going to modify it, I'm going to upgrade it, and I want to see what we can do with this crazy little thing. So, let's give it a shot. I've driven this thing stock anyway. So I'm not going to be driving this stock anymore. Also, quick thing, by the way, for people that don't know, I am hosting a competition right now where you can actually get this car and this car pack if you come in first, second, third, or fourth place. And the competition, all the rules and everything, over on my Discord. Go to the Discord and click the competition channel, and it's there. It's on a speed zone, and obviously you just have to be the fastest there, or be one of the fastest people on that speed zone. The competition is going on for a week, so next weekend I will announce the winner. So if you want to take part in that, and maybe you can win yourself a code for the JDM car pack. And if you're coming first place, not only do you get the code for the car pack, but you also get 100 million credits to spend on whatever you're doing. So yeah, if you want to take part in that, then that's where you'll find a lot more information. Anyway, let's get started with this thing. So I think before we actually did take a look at this little car, and we've seen that you're able to put the Forza Aero and stuff like that on it. You know what I was thinking of doing? Is trying to use this car to do... What if I use this little car, bring it over into S1, which is what my competition is set for, and then just use this thing to try to see if I can get like a really, really good score on that speed zone? I'm kind of tempted, just to try it, just for a laugh, just to see what we can do with it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade this. I was going to say fully upgraded, which probably will be fully upgraded. But I want to upgrade this thing like crazy, and then try to see if I can get anywhere near the time, or sorry, the like a good enough speed, average speed for that speed zone. So let's give that a shot. What engine swaps do we have available for this thing, by the way? This thing is gonna have to be... Oh my god. I kinda wanna put the V6 in it. It's still super lightweight as well. Anyway, interesting. I also do think all-wheel drive is probably gonna be our best bet here. Twin turbo it? It sounds so weird like this. Jesus. Put a 7-speed in it. Actually, is there even a point of changing my... It doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's adjustable anyway. Regardless. Give us some better brakes. We can drift this thing as well. That's pretty mad. I'm not gonna do that though. Race everything else. Weight reduction on it. And yeah, I just need a lot of grip with this thing pretty much. And try to just keep my speed up through that speed zone. That's pretty much how this is gonna work. Try build this thing as close to the top of S1 as I possibly can. And we're pretty much done. 620 horsepower, 857 kilos. This is like a little pocket rocket. The thing is though with this car is I feel like it's gonna, I think, struggle for grip a little bit. I mean, it's all good and all, but it's only got like 235 session tires, so it's just, I feel like I might end up, you know, sorry for the ping on Discord, but I feel like I might have a bit of an issue with grip. But I still want to try it out anyway and see what I can possibly do. Alright, give me a second. Let me slap a tune on this really quick. Initially, I kind of wanted to keep the standard wheels on this thing, but I mean, you know, it is still... Wait, we can two-tone this? Oh, the whole back pillar thing with the roof. Wait, that looks really good in red. Oh, damn, that looks really good in red. The blue is just a bit... Like, it's just so 90s Corolla, though. I don't know, it just reminds me of that. The red looks clean, though. I like that. I want to change the wheels as well. That's the one thing. I don't want to keep them in that color. I want to have them in... Not chrome, but like... At least like a silver. I think. We could make it just give it carbon fiber wheels. They look pretty ridiculous though, like that. Should I just give it carbon wheels? Custom carbon work wheels? Go on. And then the brakes are fine as well. Anyway, I want to try this out on that section. I want to see what it's like. I'm expecting this thing to slip a lot. Really. It just looks mad like this. Why didn't they give it a front reg? I don't understand. I mean, it's cool now without it because it has a little toe tag. This thing is rapid. Little understeery. I need to work with my setup. But this thing is rapid. Brakes are very good. Oh my god, wait, when I'm actually at speed, when I'm a little bit slower in the corners and I don't have the downforce actually being used properly. So obviously you need to go much faster to have that downforce actually take place, you know? The faster you go, the more downforce you have. I think that arrow just works better. Oh, mad. Okay. This is pretty nuts. This is the speed zone in question. I want to see what sort of time I can squeeze out. I'm not even like gonna go... I feel like I need a lot more tuning to be done to this thing. But I want to just go down it anyway. And just see what it's like. It's a little slow. I mean, you're not going to be able to like overtake like the Viper or something, or like the RPF one or something like that. I mean, you're going to have issues with this thing gripping up as well as those cars, but that is quite funny. How weirdly quick this thing is. I think it's just my driving. I feel like I need to like, with the way I lift off, I can get this thing to like kind of point its nose inwards. Really nicely. I need to adjust my tune slightly, I think. I think that is the thing. I also want to try it out on a track. The track is where I really want to test this thing out on. If you guys have never seen me drive on this track, it's called the Eedle circuit or Eedle circuit, however you want to pronounce it. But I've tried a bunch of different types of cars. This thing has 500,000 plays on it. Like, it's just a really, really well laid out track. And I've tested cars out here before. I want to try do a run with this as well and see what it's like. I think around 126 or 125 is like the fastest in S1 that I've been, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. This is where I tried a bunch of different random cars as well, like the ones that came out in like the racing car pack and stuff like that. A bunch of different ones there, so I feel like I want to try to see how close I can get to that with this thing. Alright. It sounds so choppy. I feel like I adjusted my setup kind of alright. Some halls, man. Because it's so lightweight, it just feels really, really nippy. It could definitely use some wider tires though. That's the one thing that I obviously can't do. I can't change much more. I genuinely think that if this thing was running on 265s or something, I would genuinely be able to pull some serious times with this car. But I think 235s for this amount of power is just not enough. And that's as wide as they go, like I can't do much more. I feel like I'm asking a bit too much from these poor little tires. Because genuinely, apart from that, it feels nippy. It feels like it wants to just, you know, peel away every single chance it gets. Like, just wants to speed up. But I have to be really careful on my throttle in that, because of how little grip I have with these tires. Genuinely, if this had slightly better tires, I think it would be a really, really nicely balanced car. Like, what time am I pulling here? From a standing start, I pulled a 130.9. It's mad. I just love driving it, man. It's just something so nice about the way this thing drives. Every time you drive something that's really lightweight, it's always just such a joy to drive. It just feels so, like, easily placeable, if that makes sense. Like, I can just position them wherever I want, whenever I want. You know what I mean? It just feels really, really nice. The brakes are crazy. But that also helps because this car doesn't weigh anything. So it's really, really good at braking. Good at turning in. Up until you catch the grip limit. I'm like easing on the power coming out of corners because I can't just floor it. It slips. You can see it even when even in 5th as well. With like the higher speed corners, you kind of have to be careful. Short shifted there, I did it on purpose. Careful here again. Little climb under the curve and then floor it now. $128.2. This is a seriously quick car. Again, I think it's just struggling with the lack of grip from these little tires. If it was running on 265s or higher, I think it'd be so much more manageable. We just don't have the option, unfortunately. Yeah, I love it. Let me know what you guys think of the Toyota Sera. Maybe you've built this thing for something else. Maybe it's really good for rally racing or something. Oh, I don't know. But again, I think for a lot of the different types of things that you might want to build this thing for, such as racing, either on-road or off-road, I feel like you're gonna struggle with grip because you can't go wider in the tires. I think maybe for drifting this could be kind of fun to try and drive, but I've done a build recently on drifting and I don't want to do it again. I don't want to oversaturate the channel with drifting content again, like I used to do. I feel like this thing lower class, maybe like a if you build this thing maybe to like B class or something like that, and you bring it on like a narrow track, like a small track like the Golden Tollgate, I think this could do bits. I think this could do quite well in the lower classes. I accidentally double pressed my button. Yeah, I really like it. It's just an exciting little car to drive, you know? Like I said before, anything that's super lightweight is just really, really nice to enjoy in this game. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe this thing lower class, maybe something like B class or something like that. Just giving it like some silly amount of power and some nice setup for the suspension and transmission and all that sort of stuff. I think you could get this thing to be quite quick in the lower classes. Fairly competitive, I think. I don't know. If you built one of these things like that, let me know. Even if you leave it as a front wheel drive, I think you still do bits. Because right now I technically added more weight to this thing by making it all wheel drive. If I left it as a front wheel drive, or even if I rear wheel drive swapped, I don't think it would have been as heavy. But then again, if I left it as a front wheel drive and gave it all of this power, not a hope in hell would I be able to handle it. Or will the car be able to handle it? Like, I feel like I won't be able to accelerate at all. Because I mean, now in all wheel drive this thing just slips. It is slightly rear biased the way I built it, but like it just feels like it slips quite a lot. And again, I think it's just due to the bus. I think it's just due to the lack of tires, or width of tires, I should say. I do love it though. We need more quirky cars like this in Forza. That's what I say. We need more stuff like this. Some weird 90s Jap cars. They're always so fun. Really, really cool cars. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for the people that are participating in the old competition. It's always fun to see people try out things. So, yeah, again, if you want to take part in that, then feel free to join the Discord down below and yeah, take part in it. Maybe you'll get to win one of these things. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.